it's really a nice day out here. Just awesome. This is Mount Herman Road near me. I always ride up. I drive. I still have it in two-wheel drive, so a little bit of sideways on the washboard. I could put it in 4-high. That helps out, but I'm going slow. I'm in no hurry. Now, the one downside about the whole truck ownership that I didn't really, take into account, I kind of knew, but, it's just one of those things you don't really think about, is off-roading. Now, my Jeep, I would occasionally, like on a nice day like this, I'd go out and hit some of these trails. And, some of these trails I can hit. I can still do it. I have 4-high, 4-low, and I got rear locker in this because it's the FX4 package. But still, this is a wide vehicle. This is a long vehicle. Now, I don't have a lift kit on this, and I don't know if I want to put one on, because why? Well, I load my motorcycles. I have an idea to build a ramp carrier for the back. So, if I do that and that works out and I can actually buy a longer ramp, then we're talking. Then we're talking, because if I can have a longer ramp, then okay, I'd probably put like a 2-inch. I wouldn't go crazy, just do like 2 inches. Eventually, when I get the bigger tires, that might be an inch or so, maybe 2. So we could be talking, 2 to 4 inches, right? 2 to 4 inches. But yeah, this truck off-road it's not the best. I mean, what I'm used to. With my Jeep, I could go down, it was narrow enough, I could go down any trail. It was capable enough, I could go down any trail and come up. This, I might not be able to get through like a really rutted out washboard section. Well, washboard, by that I mean uneven ground where it's drastic. Because it's so long, you think, well, I have better ground clearance than my Jeep with this, because trucks just sit higher naturally, stock, but it's so long that really it doesn't matter. I found that out last time. I did a video, but unfortunately the video didn't work out. The audio just didn't come out. There was problems, so I couldn't use any of it. So at some point I need to come back out with multiple cameras and shoot a quality video kind of showing you what I'm mentioning. But I mean, sure, some of it's stuff you could take care of by a lift kit and bigger tires. Some of it you can't, like the truck being wide. I mean, you can't. Colorado has a lot of tight, rocky trails, so unless you don't care about your truck, which probably means typically you're probably in an older beater type truck where you can sustain some body damage and you just don't care. Well, my truck's new and I'll last a while, so I do care at this point in its life. I want this to be around, so I don't want to be denting stuff in and what have you. Now, you ask me 15 years down the road, and I might not care, I might make it fit it somewhere if it, body panel gets dented or dinged, whatever. I might not care. So that's been a lesson with this vehicle is, wow, I can't go down the trails like I used to be able to. Luckily, I know these trails pretty well, so I kind of have an idea where I can go and I can't go. And boy, is it a nice day today. This is just awesome. As far as the rest of the truck, I'm really enjoying it. The 2.7 liter has been awesome. I did get one recall notice, and that was it's just recently something to do with the door latch. I don't know. My doors, how they shut, and I wonder if it applies to, if they're just sending it to all the vehicles, certain vehicles, I don't know. Because, obviously if it's shut, the back door shouldn't open at all. So it's just the front ones you would have to worry about like opening, right? I don't know. But I guess they'll replace your priority if you're having an issue. Obviously, that makes sense, right? Parts availability. But I'm not having an issue. Basically, they were like, "Oh, we'll let you know when the parts are in." So at some point, I guess I'm going to have to take this to the dealer, and they'll replace whatever. So not a big deal. Like I said, I don't have any problem. Some of it I kind of wonder a lot of the times on these kind of weird recalls, like door shutting is like, if I know you'll say, well, it must have been a lot of people that had the issue for them to do a recall like this. But at the same time, there's a lot of stupid people out there. So kind of wonder, if it's user error versus actual real problem. This is a nice rock. It's called Balanced Rock, but it's not Balanced Rock Road. There is a Balanced Rock Road. That's further up, but it's also closed. Oh, we're entering the Christmas tree area now. 3.6 miles. Caution. Oh, they did it way down here. But I can put the locker on in 2 high, 4 high, or 4 low. I can lock the rear end in any of those, which is nice. The other problem with having such a big vehicle like a truck, if I were, somebody who's coming the other way, I hope not, figuring out where you can be is a lot harder. Because I need a wider space, I might need a longer space, because maybe they're a truck too. I actually have not come down here with the truck, so, and I have it in first gear, which you just use the plus and minus on that'd be called the shift stalk. You can also put it into manual, and you can also put it into second or first. I don't know what the difference. I don't honestly know what the difference is, because manually I can tell it just to stay first. And I think it does the same thing. I think it's a quirk. It's just one of those redundant things. Maybe a lot of truck people that own trucks like doing it that way versus clicking down. I don't know, redundancy. I guess if for some reason down the road, if the plus and minus stopped working, you could still just manually put it there. So that would be kind of a Doug quirk, that you can do it 2 different ways. So car channels I tend to watch Super Speeders, Rob Ferretti, and I watch Doug DeMiro. I've been watching Samrak some. Seem interesting sometimes. Yeah, do I want to go this way? A lot of people go off the road up here because it's narrow and it gets this icy. I'm a little nervous because I don't want to be that guy that goes off and has to get the tow. If it was fresh powder, I wouldn't mind doing it. The thing is, the bad spot is up there and it's off camber, so you could slide down, and that's where most people slide down. So I'm just gonna back up because I don't want to call for an expensive tow. I gotta say, backing up a truck though is kind of easier than my Jeep, because you just kind of line up the bed, and I could get there, which I've done on a motorcycle. You get to around the corner where I couldn't see, and there'd be somebody like stuck or halfway off, and they're just blocking the area, and it happens so much. That's why I'm turning around. If I was with some, I'm just playing it safe, guys. So something you need to do when you're out there, wheeling, as they say. You just have to, know your situation and decide and make that call. There's nothing wrong with turning around. It's not that I don't think the truck could get through. I just don't think the risk is worth the reward of continuing on. So the real question, do I love my truck? I mean, am I happy with the purchase? Am I satisfied? And I would say yes. I like the fact that I get the same fuel economy, if not better, than my Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is a much bigger vehicle. I would say less aerodynamic. It seems like it's just as fast. with the 2.7 liter for acceleration, you know, the times you need to really punch it and get up there and go. It seems like it does that quite well. And I can haul around my motorcycles. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with this. And I feel, although I don't have the nav on this and I don't have the rear entertainment system like I had, my Jeep was getting pretty old, so those things really didn't matter anyways. I mean, the TV was outdated quality, and you know, you could always add that stuff to a vehicle. And nowadays, you know, you got iPads and Kindles and, you know, your tablets in general that, you know, the kid or the wife, they can watch a movie on. So you don't really need the built-in entertainment. The navigation, I do like having that built in, but I know where I'm going usually. It's just kind of one of those things. It comes in handy when you're like, hey, you know, the interstate's stopped. Where's my exit? Oh, it's right here. Like, and get off, you know? Like, literally, you can just look over and get off. I do like that. I do like having that on hand, but at the same time, I don't like the prices they charge. Now, you're going to tell me, well, that's why you got a vehicle with the 8-inch display so you could have Android with the CarPlay or whatever that's called mirror up to the center. Now, that's great, but I had a rental car, a 2018 Malibu in Florida, and it had that, and I set up the phone. It took a little bit to, you know, do all that, so I kind of sat there and messed with that and got that going. But the problem was cell single, and you don't have that. So, yeah, I guess it's good if you only live in a city, but you're out here like I am now, pointless, utterly useless, at least from how I saw it work and how I used it in Florida. Yeah, it's nice when it works. It's not nice otherwise. So I still like a built-in navigation system, and there's no reason that the car manufacturers charge what they do. So maybe, hopefully, with more people opting not to get that, and just because most people just drive in the city, let's be honest, they're not out here and about in the woods where there's probably no cell coverage, no data, then you know what? Great for them if you're just going to use it in the city, and hopefully that will allow the cost. The manufacturers will be like, well, instead of $1,500 to $2,500 or whatever the case is for that to get that package, you know, let's charge a realistic amount. Let's charge $500, $800. I'd pay that, and they'd still be making money on it. What packages would have I had to buy to get the 8-inch? And there was no 2016s with the 8-inch. So a lot of people like the 8-inch display. I don't know, to me it was just more to break. More complicated systems on a vehicle that I want it to haul things. No, I don't have a backup camera on this. Is it hard to back up? It's not hard to back up. It's quite easy to back up. Now, the part backup camera would come in handy is when you're backing into a spot to be able to see how far you are, because I've had to get out and look, and I'm like, oh shit, I have like 6 feet still. You know, it seems like you're like on top of the car, and I could see how people accidentally back into things because it's very deceiving looking in the back. Guys, take care. You have a good one. Thanks for watching. Like, don't like, doesn't matter. But thanks for watching. Have a good one.